watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Live at 4 on this Thursday afternoon. Nice to see the sun today.
Yeah, it kind of makes up for the chilly weather, doesn't it?
It does. It
Puts
really
you in a good frame of mind.
Yeah.
Well, let's get a look at our first warn forecast. A hard freeze, unfortunately, is looking likely tonight before things do get a little warmer this weekend. Here's meteorologist Blaze Keller out on the patio. Hey, Blaze.
Hello, that's right. We are expecting our first hard freeze of the fall season here tonight. It was a chilly start, but the coldest air is set to arrive tonight. Let's take a live look out in Dodgeville on our Upland Hill Skycam where it's 48 degrees, a light wind, feels like 43, so a bit of a wind chill out there, but we are seeing more sunshine as expected. Take a look at those temperatures, though. We did get to 50 in Madison. Our coldest day so far of the month was yesterday. Likely we got into those low 50s today, but we're still hanging out at 46 in the Dells, 50 in Boscobel, 47 in Madison, down from 50, but we're still at 50 Middleton, Verona, Cross Plains, Mount Horeb, as well as Belleville. Freeze warning in effect starting at 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now would be the time to move in the plants, because it is going to likely be a cold one out there, to say the least, with widespread frost possible. So let's plan out your evening if you're going to be moving in those plants or you want to get outside. 50s and 40s through most of the evening hours. As we go overnight, that's when we'll settle into the 30s, and then we'll finally bottom out in those upper 20s to low 30s tonight. It is looking like a drier Halloween and a drier week leading up to Halloween. We'll take a look at any rain chances next week and the warmer weekend in the full forecast.
All right, Blaze, thank you. First at 4, a 40-year-old man has been arrested after police say he fled a traffic stop and then tried to run away. Madison police say they stopped the man around 1:30 this morning after seeing him speeding on the east side, just a few blocks from Black Hawk Middle School. Officers say the man refused orders to leave the vehicle, so they placed spike strips in front of the tires. The man then drove under a half a mile away with flat tires before he ran and was arrested. Police say they found MDMA, marijuana, and alcohol during a search. The 30-year-old man now faces charges of OWI, drug possession, and resisting.
Sun Prairie is getting a boost in its sustainability efforts. The city received a $96,000 grant from the Wisconsin Department of Transportation to install battery power units in 2 new fire engines planned for 2026 and 2028. The upgrade will let crews power equipment without idling their diesel engines, cutting fuel use emissions and costs. City officials say the change could offset up to 3,000 gallons of diesel each year, helping extend vehicle life and reduce pollution.
Well, construction is underway for a new men's shelter in Dane County. Community leaders say the facility is the product of years of collaboration among local governments, nonprofits, and business partners, all working together to provide safe housing. Leaders say the shelter symbolizes hope and opportunity, reflecting Dane County's commitment to supporting those in need and investing in long-term solutions.
It will provide pathways to permanent housing in support and a belief in our friends and neighbors. This isn't about managing homelessness, it's about ending it.
With continued investment from both public and private sectors, officials hope the shelter will open its doors as a 24/7 facility, offering ongoing support and resources to help residents transition to permanent housing. The City of Madison has pledged to match the first $2 million contributed.
This Saturday is National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, and several local agencies are taking part in it. For 16 years, the DEA's National Prescription Take-Back Day has helped Americans safely dispose of unneeded, old, unwanted, or expired medications to prevent drug misuse and abuse. You can drop off medications at the Fitchburg Police Department Saturday between 8 and noon, at Meritor Hospital in Madison Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., and in Janesville at Sam's Club from 10 to 2 on Saturday. Since the day started, more than 10,000 tons of medication have been taken out of circulation.
The Department of Health Services is reminding all of us to protect ourselves from mosquito bites after a horse in Marathon County tested positive for Eastern E. equine encephalitis. Health officials say the case shows mosquitoes capable of spreading disease are still active in Wisconsin, even though we're well into the fall. While no human cases have been reported this year, DHS urges people to wear repellent, cover up, and take precautions until the hard freeze that Blaze is talking about overnight. That should end, thank goodness, the mosquito activity.
Feeding America Eastern Wisconsin says it received a major donation from family farm operations totaling 35,000 pounds of pork. According to Wisconsin Ag Connection, the contribution was coordinated by Farmers Union Enterprises and the Wisconsin Farmers Union. It's all part of a larger effort in the Midwest, spanning 5 states and adding up to 175,000 pounds of pork to food banks. The Farmers Union president told Wisconsin Ag Connection it's important to stick together to strengthen local food systems as grocery costs go up.
Well, thousands of local families will get a helping hand this winter through our annual Coats for Kids campaign. With your help, nearly 5,000 coats will be distributed tomorrow through the Boys and Girls Club on the 40th year of the program. The distribution runs from 4 to 6 at 3 locations: the Mackenzie Family Club in Sun Prairie, the Erica and Anthony Fleming Club in Madison, and the Allied Family Center in Fitchburg. While the donation period is over now, you can still volunteer, and we could really use your help to sort, transfer, and distribute coats. Just check out this story on our website, channel3000.com.
Next on Live at 4, it's Friday Eve, and that means Josh is in the 608 with everything that's going on this weekend.
Plus, some parents are frustrated with changing trick-or-treat times this year. The reason why and when your community is hosting theirs.
And it's a day to bundle up. Blaze shows us the frost chances in the first warn forecast.
Plus, lawmakers are trying to pay federal workers during the government shutdown. We'll hear from senators on their differing views of essential workers.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Well, it's Thursday afternoon. We're almost there.
So close, everyone.
Almost to Friday.
Keep going.
We're working for the weekend in the 608.
Yeah, Josh Spreiter has your weekend planner.
Well, it is the weekend before Halloween, which means spooky season is ramping up. And here's a little throwback today. Screaming Acres is well into their thrilling month, and you have a couple more weekends to check it out. This video is from last year when the News 3 Now This Morning team got just a little spooked. You can get your tickets before they're gone. A couple of other options in supporting local, Schuster's Haunted Forest, and Terror at Tyrol. On Saturday, it is the Autumn Artisan Fair in Middleton. This is on the Bruce Company grounds from 11 to 4. This event is an opportunity to support some local artists, writers, and craftspeople. You'll find photography, candy makers, and jewelers. This event is free to the public, and no pre-registration is required. Happening Sunday, Boo at the Zoo returns ahead of Halloween. This, of course, at the Henry Vilas Zoo in Madison. Join in for free, family-friendly trick-or-treating throughout the zoo. You can also enjoy free carousel rides and extra animal enrichment. Who doesn't want that? Boo at the Zoo runs from 9:30 to 1:30. For more happenings this weekend in the 608, just go to channel3000.com. In the 608, Josh Spreiter, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Josh. Pretty soon we're going to be bugging you, Blaze, for the Halloween forecast. But for now, the sun is nice, but it's chilly today.
It is chilly. It was a chilly start, and it's going to be cold tonight as widespread frost is likely going to develop. This is going to be our first freeze and possibly our first and only freeze warning. We'll talk about that in just a moment, why the National Weather Service only issues one in the fall season here. But Friday onward, we start to get less windy. We become warmer as a high pressure system moves on in. The weekend is going to continue to be warm, and we could squeeze out an isolated shower there as we go into Saturday. Upper 20s to low 30s tonight underneath clear to mostly clear conditions. We've got clear skies, dry air, and light northerly winds. All of that is going to allow our temperatures to get below freezing. And again, that freezing mark is 32 degrees. So how many nights since the start of August have we dipped to these cold of temperatures? A whopping 0. This may be our first night so far. Over the last 156 years, we usually have averaged about 4 from August 1st through yesterday's date. So we're a little bit behind, but we are certainly going to catch up. Beginning tonight, we'll put at least one night at or below 32 degrees. We're a little bit behind when we usually average our first freeze. That occurs in early October here in the dark green, late or mid-September further to the north, and then more or less mid-October closer to Lake Michigan and the Chicagoland area. It's been a warm October, but things have started to finally start to feel like we are in fall. Now, I mentioned that the National Weather Service only issues one freeze warning, and here's the reason why. From here on out, the temperatures will likely get colder, so it would make it kind of redundant to constantly issue freeze warnings. So they usually only issue one going into fall. If, say, a county, Columbia County, doesn't get to that freeze criteria, they may issue subsequent or other new warnings, but they usually only issue one per fall. The last freeze warning was back on October 18th, 2024. This high pressure system moving in overhead is the reason why we are going to be cooler tonight, but why we will be more sunny and less windy as we go into Friday. Winds are going to turn out of the south as we go into Saturday. That could allow a shower or two to develop underneath partly sunny to mostly sunny conditions. That shower chance is going to be further to the west and likely going to be light to moderate at best. As we look ahead to Sunday, once again, partly to mostly sunny, breezy as those wind arrows are picking up in speed. So southerly winds are going to keep us back in those upper 50s to low 60s as we head into Sunday and then further into Monday. Now, this high pressure system is going to take its time moving out of the Midwest, so that means our rain chances over the next 7 days aren't looking too impressive other than Saturday and Monday. That also could mean, at least for now, we are looking at a drier Halloween. We're going to keep an eye on it. Obviously, we want the kiddos to be able to get all of their candy without having an umbrella or a rain jacket. We want to see the cool outfits. So for now, it looks like the upper 40s to low 50s, dry. And then as we kick off November, that following weekend will be in the low to upper 40s underneath, at least for now, sunny to partly sunny conditions.
Thank you, Blaze. Yeah, that's a part of culture around here, ruining your Halloween costume with a coat because it's too cold out.
Exactly.
Well, in addition to coats, Halloween is also a time for ghost schools and, of course, that candy.
But some parents across the state are expressing some frustration that trick-or-treat times are differing from community to community. Jenna Ray reports from Milwaukee.
It's a spooky tradition that in Milwaukee doesn't always happen on Halloween night.
I love the Sunday afternoons.
Catherine Casey lives in southwest Milwaukee. Her grandkids come in from Madison every year to go trick-or-treating.
We like to spend Halloween together. On Sundays, they go trick-or-treating. I go with them. Then we come back, we have a big dinner to celebrate, and then they head home. But now we can't do that on a Friday.
Last week, the city of Milwaukee sent out a release announcing its official trick-or-treat hours will be on Halloween night, Friday the 31st, from 5:30 to 7:30.
I think if they were going to change it, they should have changed it a month ago.
A change some residents are pushing back on, while others are welcoming.
Oh, I love that Sunday trick-or-treating. It's fun, but I'm actually kind of excited for it to be on Halloween. You know, it's fun doing it during the day, but growing up, we always did it at night.
Jessica Westfall grew up in New Berlin and now living in the city says she wants her daughter to experience the nighttime trick-or-treating like she did.
I think the biggest thing is nostalgia. You know, I really think it's going to truly feel like Halloween.
A spokesperson for the city says they'll hold trick-or-treating on Friday, Saturday, Sunday when Halloween falls on one of those days. But if it falls on another day of the week, trick-or-treating gets pushed to the Sunday prior. Residents tell me the change has been confusing.
That's my concern, is that some people are still going to show up on Sunday and some people are still going to show up on Friday.
In Milwaukee, Jenna Ray, TMJ4 News.
Thank you, Jenna. And as far as trick-or-treat times in our area, Madison will be next Friday from 4 to 8. Middleton is from 5 to 8. Same with Monona, 5 to 8. Sun Prairie is from 5 to 7. So most of the surrounding areas, it's basically from sundown till about 7 or 8 o'clock. And you can find all of the area trick-or-treat times on our website, channel3000.com.
Yeah, have fun and be safe, everyone.
Yeah.
Coming up on Live at 4, a senator from Wisconsin is putting forward legislation to pay federal employees during the government shutdown.
And we have new video that shows the moment criminals escaped with priceless jewels from the Louvre Museum.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Let's see how stocks fared on this Thursday afternoon. The numbers on Wall Street green across the board. The Dow closed up 144 points. The Nasdaq gained 201 and the S&P 500 was up 39.
For the first time, we're seeing the moment the thieves who stole precious jewels from the Louvre in Paris made their escape. The video shows the thieves moments after they broke into the Apollo Gallery, stealing more than $100 million of France's crown jewels. The two men get down from the second story of the museum on a ladder truck while pedestrians are walking by. The thieves then get onto some scooters and escape before police arrive. The Paris prosecutor's office is examining the video, as well as DNA recovered from a helmet and a pair of gloves at the scene.
Well, tomorrow is set to be the first time some federal workers will miss a paycheck due to the government shutdown, and that is after receiving one last payday.
Some lawmakers are trying to help. They want to appropriate just enough money to pay government employees.
Members of both parties are expressing support for that general concept, but Amy Kiley reports they can't agree on which workers to include.
You got to save every dime at this point.
The Senate could vote this week on a bill to pay essential federal employees during the government shutdown. They're not on furlough and instead are working without paychecks.
They are trying to make their mortgage payments. They're trying to put food on the table.
It's unclear if the bill from GOP Senator Ron Johnson has enough support to pass. At least one Republican argues it could reduce the pressure to reopen the government.
The military should be getting paid and law enforcement should be getting paid. Those are the two entities that you need. Everybody else, shut it off.
Some Senate Democrats say they want to pay all federal workers, not just those the Trump administration deems essential.
I'd be in favor of paying the federal workers. That bill, unfortunately, gives a lot of latitude to the president to pick and choose.
You'll see a Democratic counterproposal that is an even-handed approach.
Meanwhile, many federal workers are struggling to make ends meet. This video shows a D.C. area food bank event that was aimed at government employees. Some who attended it Tuesday say they waited 2 hours in a line that stretched around the block.
I can't believe I'm here, because you always thought that getting a government job or, a federal job, that's security.
Rent, car note, car insurance, student loans. Those are not stopping.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson proposed the Shutdown Fairness Act that would pay federal employees and military members who are working during the government shutdown without pay. But the Senate today failed to advance that proposal. Next on Live at 4, the University of Wisconsin Business School is making its mark on Wall Street.
We hear lawmakers' response to an investigation into alleged sexual assault cover-ups in the Wisconsin school system.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Welcome to Live at 4, everyone. Today was the day I took out a coat.
You did? A heavy one?
A medium one.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? I better have this.
The sunshine makes a big difference.
It does.
It makes it feel warmer, even though it's a little, what's the word?
Wisconsin in the fall like.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Let's take a look outside today.
Pretty.
One of those beautiful clouds, like the Simpsons clouds, I always call those. The weather words for today: widespread frost likely tonight.
And Blaze is out on the patio. How is it looking out there, Blaze?
Well, I also had to break out the coat today because we're only in the upper 40s right now. We are down from 50 in Madison. And if we take a live look on our Edgewater sky cam towards downtown Madison, still seeing some of those waves on Lake Mendota. It's 47, but it feels like 43. So there is a bit of a wind chill out there this afternoon. And there's a look at that freeze warning, and that will go into effect starting early Friday morning through at least 9 a.m. So much like what I have on now, the kiddos are going to need that jacket, and you're going to probably need that jacket heading off to work tomorrow morning. We're expecting temperatures to dip into the upper 20s to low 30s tonight. This will be our first night at or below freezing since August 1st in some spots. So it's a little bit overdue, but it is definitely going to be our chilliest night over the next 7 to 10 days. So we talked about temperature trends over the next couple of days earlier on Live at 4. We'll take a look at rain chances. We've dried out a little bit in our extended forecast. We're also going to take a look at whether or not rain will impact trick-or-treating. That's next Friday, coming up in the full forecast.
All right, Blaze, thank you. A 65-year-old man who was critically injured in a crash last month has died. The Lafayette County Sheriff's Office says many agencies responded to County Highway N in the town of Wyoda on September 27th. The investigation showed that Danny Burkhalter of South Wayne was driving south on his Harley motorcycle when he hit a deer and was ejected from the bike. Burkhalter was med-flighted to UW Hospital, and sadly he died there this morning.
With storms becoming more common in the area, a local group is making it its goal to help.
The group focuses on helping rural Dane County communities get ready for future floods.
Across Dane County, the Capital Area Regional Planning Commission has been working to give communities in the area a better understanding of how their infrastructure could be affected by severe storms. With severe storms becoming more common in the area, the CARPC has made it their goal to help towns in Dane County prepare for future flooding.
Ideally, the culvert or the bridge is as wide and large as the stream that's going through it, but often they're too small. They can handle kind of a typical stream flow, but when you get a big storm, they're too easily blocked up or overwhelmed.
When a culvert overflows, it can lead to deterioration and erosion with the infrastructure, which ultimately could cause flooding and road washouts. Through surveys of public road creek crossings in Dane County, a team from the commission is able to put together a detailed report about the conditions of their bridges and culverts.
Able to do with this data is inform the towns about the condition of their infrastructure to help them prioritize and make informed decisions about where to focus first to improve that infrastructure so that they can safely pass big stormwater events.
The reports not only highlight maintenance that could be needed, but also provides a list of financial assistance towns could obtain to improve their severe storm protection. In addition to safety measures, the project also documents fish passages and stream health in the region.
These preventative measures are only part of CARPC's mission to ensure environmental impacts are considered when looking at infrastructure needs.
Well, the UW School of Business marked its 125th anniversary in a very big way by ringing the closing bell at the New York Stock Exchange. The college's dean joined alumni and students in New York to celebrate the school's growing national influence in finance. Since launching its Badgers in Finance program in 2017, the school has boosted Wall Street placements from 20 to nearly 100 graduates each year. Leaders say ringing the bell symbolizes not just 125 years of legacy, but a new era for the impact for Wisconsin in global finance.
The stock exchange looks good in Badger Red. September sales of existing homes increased by the highest pace in 7 months, according to the National Association of Realtors. Officials there say lower mortgage rates largely led to higher home sales. Mortgage rates are now at the lowest level they've been at all year. The average rate for a 30-year fixed mortgage dropped to just below 6.2% this week. As for the overall cost of a home, September's median price rose $415,200, and that is about 2.1% more on a year-over-year basis.
Well, Wisconsin officials are once again warning all of us to watch out for scams and misleading offers because this is the health insurance open enrollment period. The Department of Ag, Trade, and Consumer Protection and the Office of the Commissioner of Insurance say fake or misrepresented discount plans are often sold as real insurance. Scammers may pose as trusted companies or agencies to steal money or your personal data. Officials urge everyone to verify any plan, ask for full details in writing, and make sure you check with licensed providers before you sign up for anything.
Today, state representatives hosted a hearing on sexual misconduct in schools right here in Wisconsin. This comes as the Department of Instruction is facing backlash after a Madison news outlet reported the Department of Public Instruction was hiding grooming accusations in schools from the public. Both sides of the aisle are upset that State Superintendent Jill Underly didn't attend today. Underly responded with a video after a local news outlet posted an article saying the DPI hid 200 sexual misconduct cases from the public by allowing staff to voluntarily surrender their education license. DPI says voluntarily surrendering is not a loophole. The problem is with the wording within state statutes. In the state of Wisconsin, DPI can only revoke a license for sexual misconduct if there's a handling of pornographic materials. The department says this doesn't cover most grooming cases.
Be incredibly helpful for us if we had some sort of statutory definition or terms for grooming to work from.
Quite remarkable that the immoral conduct law has been in place for so long and has been applicable for so long without any concerns raised about its interpretation until an investigative report is published in the Cap Times.
Democrats, Republicans, law enforcement, and the Department of Public Instruction agree their main goal is to find ways to avoid sexual misconduct in Wisconsin schools. Next on Live at 4, a former Bucks player has been caught up in a gambling scandal.
And the Packers are getting ready to face their former quarterback in Pittsburgh. Senior Packers writer Jason Wilde has the update from Lambeau.
Then in the First Warn forecast, we are close enough to get a first look at what Halloween will be looking like. Blaze breaks down the 10-day forecast.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Big game coming up on Sunday. The Packers say they're ready to face off against the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers.
Bum, bum, bum. I had to do that just for effect. But we are still waiting to see if an injury will keep one of the players off the field. Senior Packers writer Jason Wilde reports from Lambeau Field in Green Bay.
On Wednesday, Packers wide receiver Christian Watson, who has not played in a game since he tore his ACL here at Lambeau Field back in January, pronounced himself ready to go and that he expects to play in Sunday night's game at Pittsburgh against the Steelers. Today, Matt LaFleur gave him the old Lee Corso. Not so fast, my friend.
And that was a great mindset to have. I want all our guys to have that mindset, but ultimately, you're talking about that's going to be a medical decision.
The Packers will have to decide by Saturday whether or not Watson is going to play. They have to activate him off the physically unable to perform list. But whenever he plays, Matt LaFleur went on to talk about how valuable he is, not only because he can take the top off opposing defenses, but because he's also extremely versatile. So he's not the only one who wants to be back on the field. The Packers want him out there as soon as possible as well. We'll have full coverage of everything Packers on our website, channel3000.com, where our Packers coverage is always free. And while you're there, make sure you sign up for our Packers newsletter, which delivers that coverage directly to your inbox every single day. In Green Bay at Lambeau Field, Jason Wilde, channel3000.com.
Thank you, Jason. A former Bucks player along with Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier and Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups are under arrest in connection with a major federal sports betting probe. Former NBA and Bucks player Damon Jones, who spent the majority of his career with the Cleveland Cavaliers, has also been charged in this investigation. FBI Director Kash Patel says the sports rigging scheme was part of a national criminal operation with ties to the mafia.
As you now know, individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today, former, current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing.
Rozier is accused of rigging basketball games to help sports bettors. Billups is charged in a separate alleged scheme, an illegal poker game that took place in several cities, including Manhattan and Las Vegas. Jones is also charged in that alleged operation. Hours after the arrests were announced, the Trailblazers said Billups has been placed on leave. The NBA says Rozier was also put on leave.
Well, coming up on Live at 4, it's Sober October. Christy Tanner from Sober Social in Middleton is going to join us. We'll talk about the trend, and we'll make a non-alcoholic mocktail.
And if you're looking for a new drink to try this fall, she does have a few different recipes that she's showing us right after this.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4, moving forward.
Well, here's a look at the Kellogg, Idaho ski slopes. The weather there is 50 degrees and partly cloudy, and they just saw their first snowfall within the last week. So perspective, everyone.
Yeah.
It dropped several inches of snow as low as 3,000 feet, and this look is a little lower than Kellogg Peak, which saw 10 inches of snow on Tuesday.
It's coming, skiers. Well, instead of waiting for dry January, more and more people are taking a month-long break from alcohol.
Yeah, it's called Sober October, and the trend is gaining momentum. Our pal Christy Tanner, the owner of Sober Social, is back with us. It is a non-alcoholic beverage store in Middleton. Thanks for being on with us, and congratulations. You are celebrating 6 years of sobriety?
Yes, thank you.
That's
Thanks
amazing.
So much. I appreciate it.
That is amazing.
It feels good.
And I would think that part of what helps you do that is all of the products that are available now that are non-alcoholic.
It has really changed the game. It has allowed me to do the things I've always enjoyed doing, going to live shows, having an elevated, pretty cocktail in a real glass at a restaurant, you know? And then if I go to somebody's house, I can bring something that I am going to enjoy that's not a Diet Coke. Nobody's going to wonder why I'm not drinking, because I am drinking something, and that removes that barrier of why are you not drinking alcohol.
And unfortunately, like with the holidays coming up, there is pressure to drink. People probably think they're just having fun by saying, oh, come on, you can have one, but it can be triggering for people who are in recovery.
So Sober October sort of like came about. It's like the cousin to Dry January. But it came about because if you think about what we're rolling into is this holiday season of sort of indulgence, parties. It's like we're going to do all these things, and then in January you're supposed to like reset. But it's like, can we be more mindful about our consumption all year round, right? The trend on alcohol is just lower and lower and lower all the time. This Gen Z, they just aren't drinking like we did at all, and they're coming into my store. Go Badgers.
Well, tell us a little bit about some of the products you brought.
Absolutely. So these two products are called Kava Haven and Droma. Droma has a calm and an awake. These are called functional products. So these products are not meant to taste like an alcohol. Many people sort of stand up as like,
let me just turn this so people can see. There you go.
Many people have an issue with like, oh, it's almost like a gin and tonic, but it's not quite like a gin and tonic. These are their own flavors and they're meant to be. So Kava Haven is like relaxation in a bottle. It has been our #1 seller for such a long time. So these give your body a positive health benefit, a real body relaxation, so you feel relaxed, but it does not change the way that you process information. This is great with a soda water and a squeeze of lemon. Droma Calm, mix it with a soda water. You can mix it with ginger beer. My favorite thing to do in the winter is mix it with a hot raspberry tea.
That sounds good.
Right before bed. So good.
No hangover in the morning.
No hangovers. So what we're going to be sampling today, this is called a light and stormy. So it's a take on a dark and stormy if you're familiar with that drink. Tennyson is a liquid botanical. It's distilled in Kentucky. It's got a little bit of ginger, pepper, melon flavor with it.
I just want everybody, there we go. I want to make sure everybody can see the label. There you go.
It's delicious. You can drink it by itself, but what I've done here, so it's just equal parts ginger beer and Tennyson, and then you take a little bit of these non-alcoholic orange bitters. A traditional bitters from the grocery store has 44% alcohol.
Oh, interesting.
A lot of people don't know that. So when I go to a mocktail place, I make sure that they are using non-alcoholic bitters, but the bitters really change the flavor of the cocktail. So let's just take a little
try it.
sip.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers to Sober October.
Sober October.
Oh, that's really good.
That is good.
Isn't that good?
And it has a little bit of a kick, like a real cocktail.
Right. It's like a little bit of a burn, a little bit of a spice, a little bit of a heat. This is the perfect thing to drink around a campfire, you know what I mean? By a fireplace. You're not going to miss what you don't have, because you have it.
Yeah, and it looks nice, and you're all set to go.
Yeah.
Thank you so
How is
much.
business going?
It's been great. You know, honestly, it's been so much fun. My favorite part, obviously, is talking to people, hearing their stories, hearing how these products really are helping. Whether it's somebody who's newly pregnant and they're not ready to tell anybody, and if you stop drinking at our age for no reason, people are like, are you pregnant? Is something wrong? You know, it's like, you don't have to share that, right? Somebody on a wellness journey, tons of people are coming in. Everyone's so excited about having these options, and more people are wanting to offer them as a part of their full bar.
Continued success to you.
Oh,
Christy, thank you so much. Sober Social in Middleton will put the recipe for the mocktail on channel3000.com. Good to see you.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
And Blaze, maybe a warm mocktail with the forecast coming up.
Yeah, I was just going to say, based on what you guys were saying, this might be the perfect drink tonight, because we are expected to get into those 20s and 30s, upper 20s and low 30s tonight. You may want to get next to the fire and sip one of those delicious mocktails there. Before we head into the 50s tomorrow, we are likely going to be waking up to some widespread frost, but we're back into those low to mid 50s underneath mostly sunny to partly sunny conditions. A little bit more cloud cover further north and east to end the work week. We'll top out in the upper 50s to low 60s Sunday and Monday, but then notice we're back into more of those fall-like temperatures as we get closer to Halloween. But in terms of cooler or warmer than average, we're not seeing big spikes. We're saying pretty seasonable, albeit more cooler than average, but only by a few degrees. No 20 degrees warmer or cooler than. So pretty much where we should be for this time of year as we get further into fall and get on the edge of the upcoming winter. But if we look beyond our extended forecast, the warmer than average temperatures, they're trying to stick around. About a 30 to 40% chance as we end October going into the start of November. So maybe once again, this is just a little taste of fall before we warm up just a little bit and then we cool back down. But there's a look at that 10-day forecast. A couple rain showers possible Saturday and Monday of next week. But for now, it looks like we're staying dry for Halloween.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
I see you found a beverage, Blaze.
Are you enjoying it?
Oh, very good.
It's
Try
good,
it tonight.
yeah.
Yes.
You're just joining us. It's a mocktail.
Yes.
Well, finally at 4, a Michigan woman who won $100,000 from the Powerball says she got her winning numbers from ChatGPT.
Oh, that's interesting. 45-year-old Tammy Carvey asked ChatGPT for a set of Powerball numbers and then played them in the September 6th drawing. This is good thinking. When she checked her ticket, she saw that 4 of the numbers and the Powerball matched. Carvey says she was in total disbelief. She bought her winning ticket, by the way, online at the Michigan Lottery website. Carvey says she plans to pay off her mortgage with her winnings.
I'm going to look something up right now.
Do a little research. That's really good thinking.
Yeah.
A perfect drink tonight because it is going to be cold. Because Christy said it would be nice, really warm, right? Yeah. Perfect night tonight because we're in the upper 20s to low 30s.
All right, Blaze.
Cheers.
Thank you. Well, cheers. We'll be right back.
Tomorrow on Live at 4, we hear from local food pantries on their elevated needs during the holiday season and how they're even higher as funding for Wisconsin's Food Share program is set to run out next week. And later on News 3 Now at 5, we learn more from a hearing legislators are holding about an alleged misconduct cover-up in the Wisconsin school system. Thanks for watching Live at 4 today. We'll see you back here tomorrow. You can always find us streaming 24/7 on Channel 3000 Plus. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.